Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes of the Week. The best thing you can do for this channel is spank that like button to help this video reach a wider audience. Before I get on with the memes, first a word from today's sponsor, MedVPN. If you're surfing the internet alone without a VPN, then you're surfing with Justin Skippy Trudeau. I use MedVPN to hide my location from the Canadian government, to keep my freedom of speech as well as to sail the high seas and download movies and TV shows without potentially getting sued by lawyers. MedVPN offers unlimited data traffic, no logs, a kill switch in case your VPN temporarily goes offline, and it's only $2.45 a month on a 24-month plan. Keep your online activities private and free. Sponsor link is down below. And now on with the memes. Number 1, this model was arrested for throwing a drink over politician Nigel Farage's head, and using the publicity from that to encourage people to join her Lonely Fools page. As they get increasingly desperate, they'll do crazier and crazier things. It's like that other woman that exposed her gazungas on the oval screen in New York City. And because of her stunt, she got on the Piers Morgan show and promoted her OF page on there. Women copy each other's behavior, so expect more of this. Up next, Miley Cyrus is pissed off after people kept sending her pictures of herself next to Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder. Sounds to me like she went full retard. You never go full retard. Back in the early 90s, the bowler mushroom haircut was popular and I had one. I just love how you can really hear the anger in Miley's post. She's pissed off and she doesn't understand the Streisand effect. Saying what she did means more people will send it to her. Number 3, we have another lady that went full retard. This one is asking why can't she get a job? I'm sure there are plenty of guys out there that would support her and try and fix her. But I don't think there's any fixing those dead inside eyes. But I think I found a job for her. Glory hole attendant. It pays cash, you get a lot of tips, and gee, I wonder what kind of meals it offers for free. Well, that's certainly one way to get your zinc. Moving on, Gen Zers are boycotting hard 9-to-5 jobs for their mental energy. This woman doesn't look like she's ever done hard work before. Gen Z? Really? This woman looks 40. Maybe her trans age is 23. I recently watched a bunch of guys working construction fixing a road, and 10 to 20% were doing the work using heavy machines, while the rest stood around to make sure they didn't hit anyone with them. Mine is standing around in the heat all day. It looks like a pretty easy job, and that's considered a hard one. Number 5, why are women in soy society calling incels ugly losers, escalating the threat by shaming them and making fun of them? It's because they actually want incels to blow up so they can take even more of men's rights away. Not to mention that women need an emotional tampon that's going to take their abuse so they can feel better about themselves. They also probably think that if they shame some incels, they might work on themselves long enough to turn into Chad Light. Up next, feminism doubled the workers, halved the wages, and cucked women to the corporate machine, making the rich even richer, while reducing the fertility rates. Yes, but they at least have some cats now and can cosplay as boss bitches. It's more complicated than that though. With government jobs and welfare payments starting in the 1970s, men didn't make enough money, so women essentially married the government. Number 7, men prefer debt-free virgins without tattoos. But what are those these days? Like 14. Unfortunately, most lose their virginity at the age of 12 these days. The only way they're debt-free is if they didn't go to college, and the only way they're virgins without tattoos is if they're Amish. The reason guys subconsciously really want a virgin is because they're still somewhat capable of bonding emotionally to that guy. Also, guys don't want fat women either. Moving on is yet another graphic showing us that women value experienced men, while men value the inexperienced women. That's one of the reasons that men and women are the opposite sex. But there's almost no way that that woman on the top left is a virgin. The only difference is that the guy on the bottom left has value, and it'll go up as he works hard and has more assets, even if he is a virgin. Besides, many women see male virgins as valuable after their carousel riding years because they figure such men can still bond with them, and therefore are easier to manipulate. Number 9, this guy caught his wife of 25 years sexting her personal trainer. He wanted to kick her out, but he couldn't, because he loves her too much, while she's still continuing to see the personal trainer for exercise, and probably for a whole lot more. He puts up with it because they have children and a house together. Plus, he doesn't want to hurt the trainer's wife, because he's also married with kids. So instead he's going to cuck himself and give her a free pass to cheat on him from now on. If she's cheating, then he should too, and see her freak out for a change. Up next, remember guys that women would rather chase the bad boy Chad then date an average man, and then cry, "Where have all the good men gone?" after they fail at reforming the bad guys. They will slurp a smooth criminal's baby batter off the floor, but slap a nice guy in the face. Number 11, do you guys think that Trump has a chance with the Manhattan appeals courts? Looks to me like it's over before the appeal even started. All I have to ask is, where is the diversity? But they'll probably say that having all black female judges deciding the fate of white males is an unbiased justice system. Looks like the Pointer Sisters here are going to let the conviction stand. I think we've all had a little bit too much DEI these days. Moving on, we have a woman that shot a spicy adult scene 20 years ago, and she didn't intend to do it. She was just going there to support a friend, and then the friend chickened out, so she stepped in and did it. She can't even take accountability for being an SLUT. It happened by accident. Oops. She now found the online video and is thinking of telling her husband. What she's really worried about is someone finding it and telling him, and then him divorcing her. That's the only reason she's bringing it up. Number 13, would you rather encounter this woman in the woods or this cool stick? Based on the picture, she looks more like a banshee instead of a woman. You know very well that you would rather take the stick, because if you encounter a woman in the woods, she would ask, "Why are you following me in the woods, you creep? What is she doing in the woods in the first place? Looking for bears, perhaps?" Up next, people obsessed with celebrities may be less intelligent, study says. But we don't need a study to explain the obvious. Besides, who's paying for such obvious studies? Now you know why so many Taylor Swift fans are retarded. At least a couple of those celebrities are nice to look at, though. Unfortunately, one of them looks like a calf playing a flute. The reason so many people like celebrities is because it's all about social status. They don't have it, so they're obsessed over those that do, wishing they could be like them. Number 15, speaking of wanting to be like celebrities, here we have a woman arrested for driving a Nissan Altima 121 miles per hour in a 30 zone, going by the Instagram handle Taylor Drift. What was she doing? Auditioning for the new Fast and Furious film. Actually, she was driving an Infiniti G37, trying to evade the cops and smashed into a police cruiser. And her name is Felicity Hughes. But I like the original Taylor Drift story a lot better. I was just about to ask, how does someone drive an Altima that quickly? Moving on, here we have Canada again with our fancy socks and period bracelets. Is this even a serious country anymore? How did Justin and the other guy even get their socks mixed up? But period bracelets are all about distracting people from the rising crime rates and inflation. It's a mathematician's trick. They want us distracted by shiny objects while they shaft us from behind. We all really know where Canada stands. Number 17, this is what people are forced to see while riding the New York City subway system. Telling people it's okay to be fully committed to an open relationship and that it's okay not to want to date a man who won't vote for a woman. They're encouraging men to be cucks and for women to turn down Republican men. But who paid for these ads? OkCupid, perhaps. I'm disappointed because where's the sign that says it's okay not to date women who have penises? Up next, an ex-soldier raided an animal shelter with an assault rifle in full tactical gear to get his cat back. I guess no cats left behind. Now that's love. He went to court for this and claimed he had a brain meltdown and was still sentenced to 6 years in prison because he held a woman hostage until she gave him his cat back. The shelter actually had his missing pet and they told him that he couldn't pick it up until the next day. This could have all been avoided if the Karen had just given the man his cat back. If he did this for a cat, then just imagine what he would have done for a dog. Number 19, this woman escaped communism in North Korea to come to America. And then she says she was forced to vote between a felon, a man with dementia, and a brain worm. Given those three choices, I take the sandworm too. George Orwell once said that in the end, your political options will all be laughable. Looks like North America is quickly turning into North Korea. Moving on, what the hell happened to the quality of CGI over the last 25 years or so? The first image is actually from 2017 though, but it's not all CGI, just Disney. Looks like if you were working from home during the COOF doing CGI, the standards went right out the window. Either that or outsourcing to India as well as DEI hires. But not to worry though, as AI is about to solve this problem for good. Number 21 is another reason that reproduction rates will keep on falling. Because young men prefer playing video games over casual sex. Video games also won't stab you in the back and are STD free. Maybe they were also listening to Andrew Tate who said that having sex for pleasure is gay. Plus, what sane man is going to have casual sex in this day and age filled with false allegations? Up next, an oil industry logistics firm put out this boring video, but for some strange reason it's gone viral. Maybe it's because the host looks like Anita Sarkeesian, only good looking with plus size airbags. Gee, I can't really put my finger on it, but I wish I could get a feel for why this video is so popular. Well, at least we all know she does actually make two good points. Number 23, you know that one of these wheels in the shopping cart is broken. If you watch the new season of The Boys, you'll see that they don't put Starlight in direct sunlight in the first episode, because even the producers don't want to see the disaster that her face has become. If I were the producers, I'd use deepfakes to make her look like her old self again. She won't like it, but the audience definitely will. As for broken wheels on shopping carts, it's always the front one on the right. Moving on, this woman wishes that she had the confidence of a mediocre white man, but something tells me that she already does. If she doesn't, then maybe some more tattoos will help her. She looks like an Amy Schumer impersonator, so that's why she doesn't actually look too happy. Instead of the confidence of an average white man, what she really needs is the intelligence of an average white man. That would improve her life more dramatically. As for me, I wish I had the confidence of a fat liberal white woman that delusionally thinks she looks great at any size. Number 25 and the last one is Michelle, and she's looking for a man and not a boy. Is she sure she's not looking for a Klingon with those forehead ridges? One of her favorite pastimes is conquering enemies for the glory of the Klingon Empire. And she's also 420 friendly. And it also looks like she weighs 420 pounds, so you'll have to take what you can get. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Please give this video a like to push it up in the algorithm and so new viewers can find it. If you enjoyed this series and want me to keep making it, then donate it to PayPal and subscribe star links below. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.